It's time for the absolutely... I'm on my way! Completely! I'm almost there! Random! Why are there so many stairs? Podcast! Oh, jeez! With Andrew Rhodes.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Absolutely Completely Random Podcast for Saturday, September 18th, 2021. Holy crap, we made it through another week. Jeez. Especially for me, this is a long week for me. But anyway, speaking of long weeks, oh man, this is not going to be a pleasant one, I'm afraid, unfortunately, because bad things just seem to have happened this week that honestly, even I can't scratch my head around. But anyway, we lost Norm Macdonald. That's right, the comedian and Saturday Night Live alumni has passed away at the age of 61 after a long and private battle with cancer. I'm going to be talking about that because, man, I thought it was funny. Netflix is getting an anime lounge for its creators. I wish that Netflix would just get the hell out of anime. I'm not even joking anymore. I want them out of it. Get the hell out of it. Whisper of the Heart, the retrospective. Now, for those of you that don't know what the hell I'm talking about, maybe you might know it as this. Anybody remember the lo-fi hip-hop study girl? You know, the one that YouTube slammed down and said that they stopped the video. It was permanently live streaming and it, like 15 hours, and she still failed that test? Yeah! We're finally going to get the retrospective inside of that entire thing. Well, there's an article here I'm going to paraphrase. Hey, you got $30,000 just sitting around somewhere, that you don't want to give to charity or use for bills and other stupid things. Hey, good news if you do, because you could get your hands on a silver Dragon Quest chess set. Provided you got 30 grand. I don't, so that ain't happening. The PlayStation 5, Sony's extension to itself. I'm going to say it like that. It's getting a major update. Oh, God, please tell me it's not getting larger. Oh, gee, I'd be bad. And believe it or not, in the segment that I'd like to throw in here for, cool shit Japan gets. Again, they keep getting all the best stuff. Japanese high school is getting a manga department and mangaka teachers. Lucky bastards. What the hell? Oh, my God. This is... and over here, when I was in school, it was a miracle if I was able to get a goddamn extra study hall to get my work done, so I wouldn't take any of it home. Oh, no, over there, they get a whole bunch of good stuff. Yeah. And... figures. But anyway, all this and more this week on the Absolutely Completely Random Podcast. But of course, you know the song and dance by now. I'm sure you do. ARHOADS-2012 on eBay. I have a wide variety of stuff for sale, from trading cards, DVDs, you name it. I probably have it. One person's trash is another person's treasure here on the worldwide flea market that is eBay. I mean, where else can you find William Shatner's old toupees and Kleenexes that were used by Dr. Dre? And hey, if Weird Al can make a song about it, it's gotta be true. I mean, hell, they got everything, including Farrah Fawcett posters. And yes, I am paraphrasing the eBay song from Weird Al, but you get the picture. eBay has a wide variety of stuff, and no, they did not sponsor me. I actually have an account on eBay, and I'm basically pitching myself here. Hey, I gotta pay the electric bill somehow, and I gotta pay the electric bill somehow. But anyway, I digress though, folks. If you're interested in weirdies, oddities, collectibles, what have you, swing on by my eBay page. That's ARHOADS-2012 on eBay. It's all lowercase. And while you're out there on the information superhighway, why not swing on by and check me out over on Twitter? Because, well, I'm lonely on Twitter sometimes, and it's nice to talk with people. It's really fun. And you can always shoot the shit with me over there. And by the way, you can find me over there at Otaku Roads. That's the at symbol, the one above the number 2 on the keyboard. Capital O-T-A-K-U, capital R-H-O-A-D-S over on Twitter. And check out the official Web Designer 18 Facebook page while you're on the Information Superhighway, checking out the social media city. And don't forget, while you're here on YouTube, listening to this video itself right now, the one you probably just clicked off of. Yeah, well, if you didn't and you're still here, first off, Thank you. Second off, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell so that you can be made aware of when new videos drop right here on the Web Designer 18 YouTube channel. Alright, so this is the part where we go, Andrew, how did your week go? Well, boys and girls, let's all sit down and let's have Uncle Andrew tell you the story about how his horrible week went, shall we? So let's see. Sunday inventory. God, that was fun. And by fun, I mean painful. Excruciatingly so. More painful than you could have imagined, but ironically, it's inventory. I'm used to it at this point. Almost 5 years doing it. I'm used to it. So, yay! It was still a pain in the ass. Monday, I had the day off. I didn't have to worry about anything. Tuesday, I was helping out another store with their inventory. That was fun. And apparently, it almost felt like an episode of Sesame Street in a way. It's like, the word of the day is ow. Because it seemed to be like everybody was getting hurt somehow, some way, in some form. Because we ended up finding out the one person from another store got hurt. And it's like, oh yeah, this is great. But that seemed to be like it was like an episode of Sesame Street in a way to me. So that was fun. Wednesday was another inventory I was helping with. So I'm like, oh, great. Thursday I got to sit at home. And by sit at home, I mean I fell asleep about 2 o'clock, 2:30, 3 o'clock at the latest. I was like out of my ass for about an hour. I was sound asleep. Friday I had to work and find out that my store manager is putting in her notice, which is fun. Oh, that was that was out of left field, I'm not going to lie. It came out of left field. Am I shocked by it? Not really, but yeah, it came out of left field anyway. And then today, yay, I got to go to work tonight again for another shift. So yay! Hey, it pays the bills, but I think there's an underlying motive to this. And I found out that my supervisor just recently had a child, so congratulations to her. There's a fun story behind that, but I'm not going to say it. No, I'm not the dad. Believe me, she's engaged. She's engaged. So trust me, I'm not. No, I'm happy for her. I really am. But yeah, so there's just been a lot going on with my week. But on top of all that, though, we've also had another little issue or two I've been dealing with around here. We have had dumpster divers in my neighborhood. So my neighbors put out a bunch of trash. I guess they cleaned out their garage for the last couple weeks. They were cleaning out their garage. And they were just putting the stuff out for the garbage people, figuring, oh, we're just going to put it out a while, and that way it'll be sitting out there waiting. Well, now this has been going on for at least a week. We had people stopping up here, literally like pulling into their yard, dragging their stuff, shoving it into their car, out of their trash, and then driving off. Well, Monday came around, and now I'm tired because I didn't get back home till about 1 o'clock, give or take, and I'm tired. I'm trying to get a nap in, and I hear this. That's the literal sound I'm hearing, is the sound of metal against metal banging. And I'm like, what in the hell? I'm yelling out the window. Person still bangs. And I go outside. And I literally yell at the person. And oh, I scared the shit out of him. Oh, did I scare the ever-loving shit out of him. And all of a sudden they're like, I'm sorry. And I mean, I laid into him. Like, look, I said, I just got home. I said, I got home like 1 o'clock this morning. I'm trying to sleep. Shut the hell up. You bang on that thing one more time, I'm calling the cops. Then all of a sudden, like, I'm sorry, chucked the damn, it was an old grill. They chucked the grill chucked it like 2 parts into their truck, and then they drove off. Then we find out, because I'm like, okay, because I said something to my neighbor. I'm like, look, I don't care if you guys are putting the stuff up on like Craigslist or something for like a curbside pickup. That's fine. Just, give my mom and I some heads up here. Oh, no. Turns out she wasn't doing this, nor were her sons. It's like they're coming onto their property. Well, apparently they were walking on ours that Sunday because my mom chased the one off. And it's like, oh, yeah, no, they're walking around on our property now. It's like, oh, hell to the no. So, yeah, we were not happy with that. So we had to let the cops know. The cops are, like, doing some extra patrols now, which is nice. because we're not the only ones. Like, my neighbors are not the only ones that had people like stopping there and grabbing shit off their property. Apparently, there's a couple businesses around me that had some people, diving into the dumpsters and pulling stuff out. So yeah, that's a lot of fun. So you got the scavengers now. So you figure the buzzards are out picking at the remains. So that's always fun. It's almost like they seem to know. It's like, oh my god, they must be cleaning stuff out. All right, let's start circling the wagons. Let's see which one of the buffaloes goes down first. Yeah, so that was most of our week. I know I didn't put a lot of videos up, but then again, I was like out of it. 'Cause I came home. I had to work Sunday night into Monday, or Sunday into Monday. I got home, pretty much like did a couple things, and then I fell asleep for a little bit. I actually slept in a chair, and I'm like, yeah, this was fun. Tuesday, I tried to get a couple things done, but I really couldn't because I had to go back in again Tuesday afternoon. Wednesday, like early Wednesday morning, I fell asleep in the chair again, and I was like, yeah, I'm not getting much done. Because, I mean, if I'm falling asleep in the chair and I'm getting up and it's like 7 o'clock in the morning, and I'm falling asleep in the chair and it's like 2:30, that's a problem. So I was like, I'm at least getting 5 hours, give or take, but yeah, this is not good. And I know for a fact I got at least a good 5 hours because Wednesday, early Thursday morning, I'm like, you know what, I'm going to put some YouTube on. And I put on a binaural beats. It's like 5 hours long, and there was only like maybe half an hour left of it. And I'm like, shit, I slept that long. God, I was like, damn, I slept that long. To be honest with you, I was kind of impressed with myself, actually, that I slept that long. Like, holy shit. It was like 5 hours almost I slept. But I'm estimating, because I think I started that, and I'm going with like maybe, like, because I'm pretty sure there was like ads in there at some point, and I just didn't hear it subconsciously. So, obviously, I'm going for a good 5 hours here, because you figure the ads would have killed some of the time anyway. But yeah, that has literally been my week. One gigantic, and I mean gigantic, clusterfuck of mess. And I'm like, oh my god, this is just a nightmare in itself. But yes, at least it should be over after today. I'm hoping. I'm praying. At this point, I'm on my knees. I'm on my knees at this point. But anyway, let's get into the podcast so this week, everybody. I got 6 topics to talk about, and I got some time to do it. So let's dive in, shall we? Because this should be fun. Alright, unfortunately, we have to start this podcast off with some sad and somber news. Unfortunately, because Norm Macdonald, the comedian and Saturday Night Live alumni, has sadly passed away at the age of 61. For those of you that don't know who he is, if you've ever seen The Fairly Odd Parents, remember Norm the Genie? He was the voice of Norm the Genie. So this is really sad. I really hate to say it this way, but yes, he has passed away. He had been battling cancer for several years, but he kept his diagnosis private, so nobody would, know about it. He wanted, people to remember his comedy, not, that. He didn't want to, burn them with that, news. And in all honesty, it is what it is, but it's still sad nonetheless. I mean, we've lost a legend at this point. But yes, Norm Macdonald's passed away. I remember I grew up seeing like old snippets of shows and stuff like that. But he was on Saturday Night Live for a while. He was the host of the Weekend Update from, what did it say here? Oh yeah, from 1994 to 1998 before he was unceremoniously dropped and rather abruptly from the Weekend Update. So. Yeah, he's been on like multiple things. He's had his own show. He was in Dr. Dolittle 2. If I remember, I think he was in the first one too. I think he was the voice of the dog, if I remember right. But yeah, he was really good. He was in Deuce Bigalow, European Gigolo, The People vs. Larry Flint. He had his own Netflix talk show entitled Norm Macdonald Has a Show. He had The Norm Show that ran from 1999 to 2001. He just did like a whole slew of other things too, but it's honestly, When I saw this, this happened Tuesday. I would have saw this Wednesday morning quick when I was like surfing around. I was actually kind of like shocked. I'm like, holy crap. And I'm thinking to myself, no, this can't be like Norm Macdonald. I'm like, this is like a different person. Or at first I thought maybe like the fake deaths were back again. But no, he actually has passed. And I'm like, oh, God damn it. So 2021 has taken another one from us, unfortunately, and it had to be Norm Macdonald. And I'm not going to lie about this. This really does hurt. This hurts a lot. But yeah, he was born in Quebec City, Quebec, Canada. He started in the entertainment as a stand-up comedian who worked the Ottawa club circuit before branching out in the clubs across Canada. He quickly became known for his deadpan and sardonic delivery, and in 1987, he was given the opportunity to perform at the Just for Laughs Comedy Festival in Los Angeles. His first taste of LA made an impression, and he moved there. He ended up finding work writing for the sitcom Roseanne in 1992, and then, of course, had a stint on SNL for the longest time. Good 4 years on SNL, which honestly is not bad. He became known for his impressions of David Letterman, Larry King, Burt Reynolds, Quentin Tarantino, as well as several others. He was the anchor, like I said, for the satire segment Weekend Update, where Macdonald hit his stride. Dropped over controversy unceremoniously, of course. But yeah. Like I say, he also went on to star then in his own comedy series, The Norm Show, from 1999 to 2001. He appeared in films like The People vs. Larry Flint, Dr. Dolittle 2, and Deuce Bigelow, European Gigolo. But I swear he was in the first one, too, because I'm pretty sure that he was the voice of the dog. And I'm pretty sure the dog, it was the same voice from the first one. So I'm pretty sure it's two of them he was in. But yeah, and then he had his own, hosting stint on a Netflix talk show entitled Norm Macdonald Has a Show. Yeah, this was just wow. Several comedians have also paid tribute to him on Tuesday. Jim Gaffigan said, and I quote, "Oh my God, we lost a legend. Norm was punishingly funny, a unique special point of view, and completely organic. R.I.P. Norm Macdonald." And we had like Bob Dole, because I think he did a Bob Dole thing, if I remember right, for the one SNL. And then, of course, like several other people. Even David Letterman threw in some words here saying, "In every important way in the world of stand-up, Norm was the best, an opinion shared by me and all peers. Always up to something, never certain until his matter-of-fact delivery leveled you," David Letterman wrote on Twitter. "I was always delighted by his bizarre mind and earnest gaze. I'm trying to avoid using the phrase twinkle in his eyes. He was a lifetime CY Young winner in comedy, gone but impossible to forget," and that's goddamn true. Unfortunately, he was scheduled or listed among some of the comics scheduled to perform during the upcoming New York Comedy Festival in November. Of course, well, obviously that can't happen now. He's passed away, but still, this is this is really sad. I'm not gonna lie. So we have actually lost a legend here. And like I said, for me, I grew up, I saw like a bunch of his like old stuff in syndication every now and then. Like a couple special, I think Comedy Central had up. I kind of got a kick out of some of his guest starring appearances and stuff. I kind of got a kick out of. I saw Dr. Dolittle 2. I kind of got a kick out of that. And then there was, like I said, Norm the Genie from Fairly Odd Parents. I always thought that was kind of funny. But yeah, so it's just, it really is sad that we've lost a legend. And this one honestly hurts because, I mean, he wasn't on Robin Williams level, because I'm still floored by that one yet, and that's been how many years now that Robin Williams has been gone. I'm still floored by that, but this one hurts just as bad. So, as always here on the podcast, whenever somebody passes, if we could, please, a moment of silence for Norm Macdonald, the comedian, a great person, and all-around funny individual. Rest in peace, man. Rest in peace. All right. Netflix, at this point, I'm just going to start throwing my hands up in the air and begging you to stop. So Netflix is getting an anime lounge for creators. Now, first off, there are three people. There are three groups of people in this world that I have the utmost pity for. Now, I am not one to ever say that my life is perfect. No. My life is a shithole. I will never deny that fact. Am I the maker of said shithole? To a degree, yes. I will throw fate under the bus for a few things, but to a degree, yes, I am responsible. There are some people, though, whose lives are way, way worse than mine. And animators, people in the food service industry, and comic creators. I'm talking like manga artists and actual comic creators. Those are the three groups of people I pity the most, more than me. Because they get hosed. Animators get screwed. Food service industry workers, and I'm counting both the waiters, waitresses, as well as the cooks. They get abused like you would not believe. And it bothers the hell out of me. And then you have, of course, like the comic artists and the manga artists, because theirs is a thankless job. Because they make something really cool, they try to tell a unique story that's in their head, and everybody starts twisting it really fast. It's like, well, you gotta do it this way, you need to do it this way, it's not fair that it's going like this. So, yeah. Those are the three groups of people that I have the utmost pity for. I do. But Netflix continues to show it's very interested in being involved in anime. I wish for the love of God you would get the fuck out of anime. Just get the... You have screwed up so much in the anime industry it isn't funny. Look at what you butchered Evangelion, for God's sake. How do you fuck up a cult classic? Oh wait, never mind. You're doing that with Cowboy Bebop. I forgot. It's a cult classic. To Netflix, that means we must make something of it. We must change it. We must bastardize it. That's us. We're Netflix. Give us money. That's Netflix's model. Right there. In a nutshell, that's Netflix. Oh, God. But yeah, they want to be more involved in anime. I don't want them involved in anime. Look, if you want my opinion on what Netflix is, in all honesty, Netflix, when I think of Netflix, okay, and I'm going to stress this right now. When I think of Netflix, what I think of is, like, really crappy series, like HBO style stuff, but with a slightly better budget. I mean, you're talking, like look, they don't have HBO money, but they have a slightly better plot for what they have the money for. That's what I always think of when I think of Netflix. I just think like a slightly watered down HBO, like Diet HBO. Like HBO's the regular strength soda, Netflix is Diet HBO. It's the same taste, apparently. It's the same taste, but just one has less calories than the other. That's what I imagine when I think of Netflix. I compare it to soda. And for me, HBO is like the regular and Netflix is the diet. That's what I envision when I think of Netflix. Is I think of Diet HBO. So of course, Netflix wants to be in anime. I want them out of anime. Okay, I honest to God, I want them out. I mean, Disney jumped ship on it. And now they're like, oh, well, no, we like the anime industry. No, you don't. Because you've butchered everything you've had for them. You had Pokemon. You had the fucking Holy Grail in regards to anime series. The one that has the longest running franchise at this point that everybody knows of. Like, how do you fuck up Pokemon? I mean, unless you're Game Freak, how do you fuck up Pokemon? You don't. Unless you're Disney. And Disney knew how to do it. Sun and Moon. We're just going to bastardize this. And yes, I do blame them for the dub version sucking ass. I mean, it's Disney. They had Naruto on there. I remember watching a couple episodes of Naruto Shippuden on Disney. I think it was on, what the hell was it? It wasn't Disney XD, that's what it was, Disney XD. I'm like, it wasn't Toon Disney anymore, it wasn't Disney XD, that's what it was. And it felt so out of place. It wasn't funny. I'm watching this and I'm like, Why are you on this channel? And I'm literally looking down at the corner of my screen, and I'm like, why are you on Disney X? Why are you here? Like, don't get me wrong, I'm happy that I'm seeing something, you know. Why are you here? It was almost like they were just trying to, like, throw out different bait to see what they could lure people in with, and it's like, yeah, this isn't working. And to be fair, no, with Disney it sucks. But Netflix, they bastardize whatever they get their hands on. They're gonna ruin Cowboy Bebop, and that's the sad truth of it. This live-action abomination that they're coming out with is going to suck ass, and it's horrifying to think about. Cowboy Bebop was one of those unique cult classics that was a dumpster fire that worked. Everything that it had going for it, it's like, oh look, it's like rumors had it like there's like multiple people just like jabbed in at random, and it worked. Just how it was created, the mess behind it, it worked. This is what happens when Netflix tries to dip their fingers in too many pies. Netflix is like, oh, we want to be in this. Oh, we want to be in that. Oh, we want to be in that too. I mean, at this point, I'm expecting the three heads of the streaming networks just start coming together, and all of a sudden, this is going to have a friggin' three-way. Next thing you know, HBO, Disney, and Netflix are all going to merge together into something, and God help us when that happens. Because if that happens, we're all fucked. But anyway, I'm getting way off on this one. With almost 40 new anime titles praised to be released by it in 2021. Oh, God. 40 titles? Oh, God, no. And also just announced that it made an anime creators lounge at its offices in Tokyo called the Anime Creators Base. I'm all for creators getting, a nice place to relax, but why Netflix? Why does it have to have the Netflix stamp on it? God. When I first watched the hit anime series Keep Your Hands Off Izuken, an inspiring story about three high schoolers coming together to found an animation club, I was intrigued by the idea of making a space where creative minds could gather, explained Netflix chief producer of anime, Sakurai Taki. I was inspired by some anime too, but you don't see me running around collecting shiny orbs, trying to gather them together to bring a dragon out of them. I was inspired by Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. I was inspired by Bakuman, but you don't see me trying to draw manga. There's a limit between reality and expectations. Like I said, I'm all for, hey, let's make a space for creators. I kind of wish that, Shueisha and a lot of these manga companies and the manga publishers would do something like this. Like, hey, the creators can come in here, we have a meeting, they relax a little bit, just kind of like, in a nice calming environment, just let all the stress and all the anxiety go. They'll feel a lot better. Then, we can discuss a little bit, bam, and then go back to work, fully energized, ready to go. You just put on like some calming music in the background, and before you know it, they feel more energized and they're not as stressed. That, and even creators, animators can do stuff like that. No, here you go, Netflix. I'm all for this, but why Netflix? Why is Netflix the one that has these goddamn ideas? Do they have this much money to just piss around? Are they just pissing $100 bills at this point, or is that my imagination? Because I'm kind of thinking that they're pissing $100 bills and they're using 20s to wipe their ass. Because that seems to be the amount of money they're pissing away on a daily basis here. This is just, weird. But it reminded me that the creative process should always be driven by passion and having fun. Well, yeah, no shit! Unfortunately, we're stuck in the world of, here's the rod behind your neck, start moving faster, goddammit. Yeah, according to Variety, though, the lounge will have, this would be fun. The lounge will have Ishidate, Namiko, and Kisei Sina, I'm probably butchered both of those, and I do apologize, working there, and will be there tasked to help the creators. Help the creators? Help the creators with what? Oh my god. When we think about the process There are classic stages: pre-production, production, and post. Sakurai said, what we want to do is create a stage even prior to that. Concept artwork, image boards, rough designs. That's pre-production! Oh my god, that's called brainstorming, you jackass! Even I know that's called brainstorming. I remember having to do a thing in school. I know you can't see. No, damn! I just dropped my pen. I know you can't see this, but I remember doing a thing in school, and I'm almost sure anybody will remember this. So stop me if you've heard this one before. You have a piece of paper, draw a circle, write something in it, and then draw a bunch of lines to other circles that kind of match what you're trying to do. That's what this is. It's brainstorming. So, just out of curiosity, are you sure this was after seeing the series Keep Your Hands Off Izokin? Or did you happen to read the one volume of Bakuman? Because I'm kind of thinking you read the one volume of Bakuman here. I'm really starting to think that. I'm starting to think you read volume 14. I really am. That's kind of sad that I know which volume it is. That's really sad for me that I know which volume it is. Oh, yeah, you want to cater to a stage here in Pride. Okay, you want to cater to it. You know shit, jackass, but that's still called pre-production! Okay, it's alright, it's cater, not create, but it's still, they're talking about pre-production here. So when we are creating an original show, not based on an existing show or a manga, the team will have an instant common image of what it will look like, while they are brainstorming ideas of story. This can sometimes be skipped because of lack of time or resources. I'm sorry. You want to try that one again there? I don't think I heard you right the first time. Let me try that again. This can sometimes be skipped because of lack of time or resources to have a common image of what it's going to look like while you're brainstorming ideas. If you're brainstorming ideas, you have an idea of what you want. You can see the finished product. You're just trying to connect the dots from A to B. Oh my god! I mean, when you think of brainstorming, you're thinking of, okay, I have an idea for what I want. Now let's try to connect the dots to get from that to that, shall we? How does this happen? It's like, oh, this is giving them a common idea, an instant common image of what it is we want. What it's going to look like. No, you have that! It's like, look, we want to make a series where, like, let me just make a random one here. We want to make a series where the main character is just a regular person, and they travel to, let's say, a futuristic world just by tapping the back of their pen. So now you're envisioning what the future world looks like. And it can look different for every single person, because one person might see a different angle of the city. That's when you combine all three of those together. That gives you a broad spectrum of what this place looks like. You have an idea of what the character looks like. It's like just an average person. So you would imagine, okay, average looking clothes, average looking face, average looking build. You're not thinking, okay, well, we're just going to go like average female here. I will literally use this as an example, and I do apologize. I'm not being sexist. I'm going to use this as an example. You have an average looking female. So average. We're not talking the classic, anime trope that people keep bitching about where the boobs are 5 times the size of her head, where she's basically a wet dream or jailbait. No, we're talking average. Average! You imagine average! Okay, now you have the baseline for your character. This is all brainstorming. What part of this is skipped because of a lack of time or resources? You need to brainstorm shit in order to create something. You just can't create something and then say, here we go. I didn't have any idea of what this character is going to look like. I just pulled random ideas from my head. Here you go. Oh my god! Oh, Jesus. He continued. Oh god, there's more. He continued. If we think that design adaptations are suitable for rebooting an existing manga property, we will have the creators-based people work on it and maybe bring it to the IP publisher and ask them what they think. Or we might visit a publisher of a novel from Japan or abroad, but without any visual references. We could create an animated world and pitch that to the publisher. So could anybody. They don't need they don't need a special room to do this. This is honestly the stupidest thing I think Netflix has done. Since taking Power Rangers. This is the stupidest thing. This is the stupidest thing they've done. A close second may be Power Rangers, but this is definitely in the top billing right now. This is in the top running for the stupidest ideas that Netflix has had. We can take this to an existing IP publisher. So you're already talking about rebooting an existing manga property. If you think that design adaptations are suitable for rebooting, well, then that means that you're thinking of rebooting it from the start. You are contradicting yourself in this statement more than anything else. You are changing your mind faster than I change my goddamn underwear. It's almost like you're changing underwear every 10 seconds. I change underwear every day. Sometimes twice a day if I'm working, because I sweat. You are changing your underwear like every 5 seconds at this point. This is horrifying. You can take a virtual tour of this lounge with Netflix's Enco as your guide. I guess that's that VTuber that they have. And oh, God, no! I will pass. I will fucking pass. Thank you. No. I'm out. I'm out. Netflix, get the fuck out of anime. I am begging you at this point. I am on my hands and knees. Get the fuck out of anime. Get out of it. Get the hell out. I don't care. You want to make an anime adaptation of like Godzilla or something that's an already existing IP, go for it. Fine. I'm not going to stop you there because anybody could do that. You could have a US company try that bullshit. That's fine. I'm not going to stop you on that. You want to do something like that, that's fine. But get the fuck out of regular anime. Get the fuck out of it right now. I want you out. I will start a goddamn petition if I have to get you out of anime. This is pathetic. Every single thing in this article was complete and total bullshit as far as I'm concerned. Because brainstorming is 90% of what they're talking. That's brainstorming. Literally brainstorming. And if I'm wrong, may someone correct me in the comments, but I don't think I am in this case. Because this sounds like brainstorming, which you'd have to do in order to get anywhere. You already know what you'd like. Now let's get from point A to point B. And we just need to find the path to get us there. God! Netflix, you suck. Alright? I'm going to say it, you suck. End of discussion. Alright, so here's an interesting little topic that I found. So, who out there kind of remembers I keep saying lolly. I keep saying that. I never get it right. The lo-fi hip-hop study girl. Okay? Does anybody know of the movie Whisper of the Heart? Believe it or not, these two things are kind of connected in some way. See, when you ask people what their favorite Studio Ghibli film is, there's a few usual suspects. Spirited Away, which is actually one of my favorites. Princess Mononoke, not really. My Neighbor Totoro, not really. Kiki's Delivery Service is actually one of my favorites. Ponyo, definitely. Those are my top three. Got Spirited Away, Kiki's Delivery Service, and Ponyo are my top three favorites. Have I seen them all? Oh, hell no, I haven't seen them all. It's on my bucket list to watch them all, but yeah, I haven't, no. But almost definitely something directed by Hayao Miyazaki. I gotta do that every time at this point. I have to. Because I have to. I have the utmost respect for the man, but at the same time, he is wishy-washy like you would not believe. Oh my god, he changes his mind all the damn time. But one film in the Ghibli catalog that you think deserves more recognition is 1995's Whisper of the Heart. It tells a story about a blooming romance between a pair of middle school students, Shizuku and Seiji, as they inspire each other to advance in their artistic passions. Aww, I definitely gotta watch. I definitely have to watch this one now. Yeah, I really gotta watch this one now. Damn. But Whisper of the Heart is a very low-key story compared to most of the other films in Ghibli's catalog. The fate of the human race is in at stake, like in Nausicaa, The Valley of the Wind. There's no magic or giant mechs like in Castle of the Sky. And by the way, Castle in the Sky was not that great for giant mechs. I've seen better in other movies, to be honest with you. Whisper of the Heart takes place in a contemporary... God damn it. Anime News Network is being really screwy today. Sorry about that. I'm from reading it, it's telling me I have to wait, and it's like literally right in the middle of what I'm trying to read. Whisper of the Heart takes place in a contemporary, at the time, Japanese city. The most fantastical parts of the film are a couple of brief imagination sequences from Shizuku's novel. The stakes are 100% emotional, and that's something special. The emotional intimacy portrayed by the movie is so powerful that it was able to make a marriage proposal feel appropriate, despite the two characters not doing so much as hugging until the final seconds of the film. You can't think of any other Ghibli film that could pull that shit off. No, probably not. But it's a distillation, though, of Ghibli's very essence. The movie creates a majestic... I cannot pronounce that one word. It's Verissimilitude. I'm not even going to try to pronounce it, okay? I'm really not, because I'm still fighting with the page coming up saying it's unresponsive, because it's trying to load, and I'm not letting it. It's starting to piss me off here. And I told it to stop already, and it's not stopping. Let's see, in any other way that Ghibli can. The atmosphere of this movie is so alive. It constantly yet suitably shows us that our characters are part of a living, breathing world full of countless other people living their own lives. Nearly every scene will remind you of this by having the characters navigate through car traffic or crowds of pedestrians. The film has a heavy use of the emptiness that the studio is known for, as seen in the frequent, long scenes of Shizuku traversing the city. For the most part, they don't serve any purpose in moving the plot forward, but they're essential in letting the audience ruminate on the previous scene, and we know that we are absorbing events and emotions in this movie. So Suzuku, these moments create a kind of immersion that leave a few filmmakers can accomplish. I'm going to start paraphrasing this because this is really starting to piss me off that the page is coming up unresponsive. But hey, it's random podcast. Anything can happen on here, especially when Anime News Network wants to piss me off. The dedication is more worldwide. I'm really getting annoyed, but stop. Let me move the page. Yeah, so it's basically goes into like the entire thing, the love letter that this is in a way. But what's interesting though about this though, is that if it's great, now it's officially, come on, don't freeze on me here, damn it. I'm really getting pissed off here. Stop. Man, it's starting to drive me nuts. Okay. No, are you done now? No, I didn't think so. All right. So basically, so much of what makes this movie special are the little things. Characters exchanging hellos, excuse me's, as they cross paths on the apartment stairs. Yoko revealing that she and her father aren't speaking. Suzuku's father lighting up a cigarette, only to immediately put it out at his wife's protest. In isolation, these don't mean much, but they don't move the plot along. They elaborate on the theme or contribute to any meaningful character development. They're just things that the screenwriting classes would consider, nothing, basically. But taken as a whole, they elevate Whisper of the Heart to new heights, and they help create a world that we not only believe in, but desperately want to be a part of. I'm getting annoyed by this unresponsive crap. You're moving. Stop saying you're unresponsive. Despite being only one of several directors of Studio Ghibli, most people speak of Ghibli and Hayao Miyazaki interchangeably. To most, Ghibli is Miyazaki and Miyazaki is Ghibli. Basically, it's a haiku in a way. Oh, no, not a haiku. It's a synonym, palindrome, whatever. Synonym, I think. Yeah, synonym, I guess. It would be surprising if some of that sentiment existed among the studio staff itself, as Miyazaki aged and went in and out of retirement multiple times. More times than I change underwear. Seriously. Yeah. The thought on everyone's mind has been who could possibly fill his shoes once he's gone for good. Not just as the leading voice of Studio Ghibli, but as the most prolific anime feature film director. Fans have banded about the titles like the next Miyazaki for younger directors, such as Mamoru Hosoda or Makoto Shinkai. I still have yet to see Your Name. That is one of the ones on my list yet, too. But it seems that in recent years, fewer feel the need to use that label. Ghibli itself has also had a long history of trying to find someone who could take over for Miyazaki. But no one has ever hit the mark. It's understandable since Miyazaki's baton is a heavy one to carry. It basically, I think, weighs about 50,000 pounds, and the old man's able to carry it like it's nothing. You're never going to find someone like that. But watching Whisper of the Heart reveals that the next Miyazaki actually did exist. He directed this film. It was directed by, and I'm not even going to try to pronounce the name here, Yoshifumi Kondo. Yoshifumi Kondo, I guess. Before Ghibli, Kondo was already an anime veteran with decades of experience under his belt with projects such as Lupin III and Future Boy Conan. In his career with Ghibli, he worked as an animator, animation director, concept artist, and character designer on several Ghibli releases, including Kiki's Delivery Service and Grave of the Fireflies. Whisper of the Heart was his one and only run as a director of a feature-length film. And man, this sounds really good here. Unfortunately, though, Kondo's untimely death at the age of 47 was a powerful inflection point in anime history. The man who was the favorite to succeed Hayao Miyazaki and Isao Takahata was no more. His death heavily affected Miyazaki and was likely a large factor in his decision to retire for the first time in 1998. Unfortunately, we'll never know what kinds of films he would have given the world had he have lived, but we'll never know the trajectory of Studio Ghibli would have seen with him. But we can still take time to appreciate his one and only film. Even if there's ever a single movie to watch and understand, Ghibli gets it, be Whisper of the Heart. Now, this is the question that you're asking yourself. What the hell does this have to do with the lo-fi hip-hop study girl? Take a good look at the characters. It's kind of based off of her in a way. I figured it out when I read the article the first time. When it wasn't trying to tell me page unresponsive half a dozen fucking times and freezing up all of a sudden. Yeah. Yeah, it's one of the... Stop telling me page unresponsive, my ass. But yeah, so this is definitely, an interesting thing. But yeah, this is definitely a really cool thing here. But yeah, I mean, if you've ever seen the lo-fi hip-hop study girl, you can definitely see the feeling here. Because, I mean, it's like a similar design in a way, but it's also just like the little things that are going on in the background that are meaningless at the same time as everything else. And I really do apologize for kind of like, paraphrasing this thing, but I did not realize that Anime News Network's site was going to give me such issues today with, it's unresponsive, it's unresponsive, it's unresponsive, it's unresponsive. No, it's not. Now it's completely frozen. Oh, great. Now it's completely frozen. Oh, that's wonderful. That's just wonderful. Now it's completely frozen. All right. Yeah. That's fun. But, yeah, so basically it's just like the little things that are meaningless. I mean, like, for the one you have, like, the cat that, like, crawls along the desk. It does nothing. You have the, I want to say, like the little bugs that are moving around that do nothing. It's literally just those small little instances that just give you the kind of, momentary glimpse into what this is. And it's the interesting concept of it. And now it's completely frozen Chrome up for me. That's just great. I hate Anime News Network sometimes. Their site has so many issues it isn't funny anymore. You guys have too many ads on your page. Okay, that's what keeps causing this issue. Cut back on the ads per page. Put like your high up ones on there. Cut back on some of your ads and, that show up on the page at a time. And you won't have this problem because now my browser won't respond. So thanks a lot, guys. Yeah. Basically, god damn it, this is really pissing me off because now it's like now it's completely frozen. So that's great. But yeah, it's just like the little things that make no point. But if you're listening to the lo-fi hip hop girl, the lo-fi hip hop study girl, you're not really doing much of anything. You're just literally listening to the music. That's what I do. I just listen to the music. It's addicting. It's catchy. It's cool. That's what you're doing. But yeah, otherwise though, there you go. There's the story behind it. So yeah, you can read it for yourself, provided you can get the page to work. But yeah, there you go. Okay, so you got $30,000 sitting around, just burning a hole in your pocket. You don't know what to spend it on. Your bills are covered. You just got this extra 30 grand and you're sitting there. You want something cool. You want to show something off. You want to get something that you can say, yeah, I'm better than you. Well then, ladies and gentlemen and rich bastards alike, may I introduce you to the Dragon Quest Silver Chess Set for $30,000. That's right. The Dragon Quest, The Adventure of Dai TV Anime is entering its second year, and You Treasure is marking the occasion with a pricey, it's an understatement in this case, we're looking at pricey in the rearview mirror, chess set. Oh, man. Now, when we say pricey, we really mean pricey, because this high quality silver set will be priced at a jaw-dropping 3.3 million yen, which comes out to about $30,000 American. First off, again, let me just say this. Ooh, that's a painful one. Yeah. The set features pieces modeled after the Royal Guard, the Hadlar Royal Guard, which protect one of the manga and anime's main antagonists, Haldar. Him is a pawn, Sigma is a knight, Block is a rook, Fenbren is a bishop, and Albinus is the queen. The jewelers have added a black coating to half of the expensive silver set to create opposing sides. Pre-orders will open via You Treasure early this November. And yes, if you have some spare cash to drop, international shipping will be supported. So in other words, like 30,500 then. Yeah, okay, yeah, sure, we'll go with that. You can take a closer look at the set here in the images, and oh dear God. Look, to anybody out there stupid enough to drop 30 grand on this, you and I need to talk. Because I think you need some help. You need to be taken to a room, put into a white coat that makes you hug yourself, and you need to be basically holding on for dear life. Because you're gonna piss away $30,000 for a chess set! A chess set! But it's from an anime series. Yeah, and I've seen Marvel ones where Iron Man's a knight, and I was tempted to buy that, but I didn't. Jesus, $30,000! $30,000! Good Lord! I mean, oh my God, I can't. I could not even fathom spending $30,000 on a chess set! A chess set! You're kidding me! Yeah, this is definitely we're really going all out on this. How do we know it's not silver-plated? I mean, is it silver-plated or is it actually silver? Because if it's silver-plated, then you're really screwing people to the wall. But if we're talking silver, I mean, what type of silver are we talking? Are we talking pure .999 silver or what? Because I'm kind of thinking somewhere along the line, you're screwing somebody somehow, somewhere, and I want to know how. Because something ain't right. Something is rotten in the state of Denmark here. Okay? Something's rotten in the state of Denmark, folks. Something is horribly, horribly rotten. God, it features chess pieces that are modeled after the Hadlar Royal Guard. Wow. So, one group of people, and that's who you're basing an entire chess set off of. Yeah, okay. Sure. But we'll go with that. $30,000. The sad thing is I can see somebody get this, buy it, thinking that they're going to have something that they're going to cherish for eternity. They get it, they look at it and go, what did I just spend my money on? And that's when their friends will look at them and go, oh, did you waste your time? Pretty much. Oh, boy, did you waste your time. Yep, you wasted a lot of your time. You wasted your money. $30,000. $30,000. Wow. No. Nope. No. Hell, no. God, no. Oh, my God. No. No. Wow. There's no anime series alive that would make me want to drop $30,000 for something. I mean, I don't have Mr. Beast money. What the hell? I don't have Mr. Beast money. If I had Mr. Beast money, yeah, sure, I'll drop $30,000 on this and auction it off for charity or something. $30,000? I'm not Mr. Beast rich. Oh my God, I'm not Tony Stark rich where I can just take a piss somewhere and that's like $30,000. I'm not that rich. Oh my God. Jeez. I'd buy this. I'd be looking at this would be like a family buying this. I'd look at the kids and go, well, this is why you're not going to be eating for the next 10 years. Yeah, you better hope and pray we get rats. We're going to be catching rats and eating rats. Why did you buy this? I don't know. Can't you sell it? Nobody wants it. I'd have to sell it for at least $50,000 to break even and make a profit, or your mother will kill me. Yeah, that's how I am. Welcome to life. You spent $30,000 on a chess set. A chess set. No. Not for me. I mean, I understand chess. I play a little bit of it on the one app that I have for my tablet, but no. Would I be spending $30,000 on a chess set? God, on a chess set. The good old PlayStation 5. Sony's massive screw you to gamers at this point. Guess what? It's gotten an update. A major update. 3D audio speaker support, SSD storage expansions, and more. That's right. It's getting a slew of new features that came out, or were announced to the world, I should say, on the 15th. And they announced it via the PlayStation blog post. Yes. The 3D audio support for built-in TV speakers and M.2 SSD storage expansions are the big additions. The update will finally let PS5 owners access games and media directly off of M.2 SSD expandable storages. Yeah, I don't really care. Expanded 3D audio also means you'll no longer have to rely on headphones to make the most of the PS5 enhanced audio mixing. Enhanced audio. It's a game console! There's only 3 things you do with a game console. You either play it, it sits on your shelf as a paperweight, or you buy it and you annoy your friends with it. There's only three things you do with it. Sony is also tinkering with the user interface. The control centers can now be customized. Messages can be sent directly from GameBase. PS4 and PS5 versions of the same game will get separate slots in the library. Screen reader controls are getting added. PlayStation Now players can choose between 720p and 1080p streaming resolutions. Acolytes are being expanded to include one for leader. Challenge card completions will automatically be recorded. New trophy tracker tool will make it easier to check your trophy progress. And who the bleep cares? Smaller changes are also coming to the PlayStation and Remote Play apps as well, starting on the 23rd of September. Users streaming games over Remote Play will have the option to use their mobile data connection instead of Wi-Fi. The PS app, meanwhile, is getting... What the hell? Okay. The PS app, meanwhile, is getting screen sharing. If a friend is playing a game on a PS5, you'll be able to message them through the app and have them broadcast their gameplay directly to you. Oh, yeah, that's not going to get annoying. But yeah, while the PS5 launched last November, the update's going to mark the first time players have been able to meaningfully expand the limited 500 gigabyte base storage capacity. It was possible to use expandable storage SSD before, but you could only play PS4 games off of them. The update's now going to make them fully operational as long as you purchased and installed the right one. A not uncomplicated process when compared to the plug-and-play approach of the Xbox Series X/S. So in other words, once again, Sony and Microsoft back to their pissing contest with Nintendo sitting on their throne, watching the children in the sandbox basically have a slap fight. Sony previously released the in-depth directions, including specifications to compare. Now, just in case you were already feeling intimidated, there's a new 4-minute video guide to help you through the PS5 surgery. Yes, now you too can be a doctor of electronical gizmos. Like Gabriel Iglesias said in his joke, when you're a kid, and, like, the Nintendo, you have to call that number, and they're like, oh, yeah, no, like, $200 to send you a new one. You gotta ship it back to the factory. You just buy a new one for that much money. You're performing CPR. Clear! Give it mouth to mouth. Yeah. Now you can perform actual surgery on your fucking PlayStation 5 thanks to this handy guide from Sony themselves. I can't take this seriously. I'm sorry. This is stupid. Well, it certainly would have been nice the full 3D audio and SSD support to have been enabled or available at launch, but at least both have arrived in time for the fall release onslaught. If you spend $200 doubling the PS5 storage, you just might be able to fit both Call of Duty Vanguard and Warzone on the same console, because here's a newsflash for Sony, you don't realize that you're having games that are like 1 to 200 gigabytes of fucking piece here. Think for a moment, morons! You're screwing yourselves in the long run! I shake my head at this. This is... Oh. But now at least they're giving you... I want to at least give Sony credit for this, okay? Because at least... they are giving you, okay? They are at least giving you the step-by-step guide to perform surgery on this, so you're not calling them up and going, my PS5, I need help. I mean, I can just see that you call, like, Tech 911 for your PS5 as you're trying to give it, CPR to try to bring it back to life. Yeah, that don't work. And all of a sudden it's like, no, this thing cost me $500! No! Oh, that's $500 down the drain. Next. Yeah, no, I don't see this happening. This is a joke, right? I mean, if Sony wanted to come up with something like this and it's expandable and you could do this, that's something that I agree. That should have been available at launch. Oh, it's available before the next freaking catalog comes out. Yeah, now watch come next year. I guarantee you come next year when all of a sudden it's like, hey, we're getting close to November again. Time for another major update so that they can get more people to buy more games so they can make more money around the holiday season, because that's what this is. This is their scummy way of doing this. Oh, yeah, sure, you can play your games, but don't forget Sony's not offering the free upgrade anymore for certain PS4 titles after Horizon, Forza Horizon End West or something? I don't know. The one I talked about last week, they're not offering any more updates after that. So now it's like, hey, we're screwed. Yep, damn. Yep, that's what happens, folks. But, yeah. This is basically, once again, Sony and Microsoft having their pissing contest. Our Xbox is better than your PS5. That thing looks like you ripped it off from one of your own games. Yeah, please. At least ours doesn't look like a grill. Yeah, you can kiss our ass. And they're just having a slap fight. Look, you can still hear it. They're having a slap fight in the fucking sandbox. And Nintendo's just sitting up there at the picnic table watching the two kids. And Nintendo's just watching him in the sandbox like, children. That's what Nintendo's doing. Just sitting up there like, children, will you two knock it the hell off? Here, someone hold my beer. I gotta discipline these kids. That's what it feels like now. This is like every time you turn around, Microsoft's like, oh yeah, ours is better than yours. And Sony's trying to play catch up. And it's like, It's a slap fight in a sandbox. That's what it is. That's what it is. It's a slap fight in a sandbox. My God, it's funny. It's funny when you think about it. It really is. Oh, but yeah, no. Sony, here's an idea for you. Next console you come out with, how about you make the stuff available from the start? Huh? How about that? Alright, time for another installment of Cool Shit Japan Has. So the Kumamoto Prefectural Takamura High School in Takamori, Japan. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Japan hasn't been doing so well in recent years. The Kumamoto Prefectural Board of Education has a unique way of trying to change this. They're planning to create a high school manga studies department, which is something Japan has never had before. Honestly, that's pretty cool. There are already manga clubs as well as high school courses about manga, but a whole high school department on the subject is novel. The education department has already teamed up with Comics Co., a manga publisher headquartered in Tokyo, and they will be sending in creators and editors to teach the students themselves. That sounds really interesting. There's got to be a catch, though, somewhere. I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop here. They're even talking about having some big names teach students. 2 mangaka have already been mentioned as possible teachers are Fist of the North Star creator Tetsuyo Hara and City Hunter creator Tsukasa Hojo. Comics Co.'s second headquarters outside of Tokyo is none other than Takamori, which appears to explain part of their interest in being involved. Comics board member Shinichi Mochida acknowledged that this can be a way to scout out young talent, saying, "We'd like to lay out a framework under which students can make their professional debut while attending the school." Meanwhile, Yoichi Koga, the Prefectural Education Board head, noted, "We'll proceed with the preparation so that it, the new department, can become a model for enhancing the appeal of prefectural high schools." They're expecting this department and the possible gateway to publication to cause many students from all over Japan to be interested. And there's talks of making a dorm for students from far away to sleep there. At the very soonest, the manga department would be up and running in 2023, so there is still plenty of time to figure out the details. But I think this is pretty damn cool. And now for those of you out there thinking, okay, wait a minute, high school, what do you mean dorms for people far away? If I understand this correctly, and stop me if I'm wrong, if anybody's listening to me in Japanese and somehow someone translated this for you, or YouTube's closed caption actually works. This is probably wouldn't because I don't have any subs on here. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you go from middle school to high school, you need to pick where you go for high school. It's sort of like a college in a way. You need to pick where you go. So you need to apply to that high school. So there are people that can apply from like different prefectures, and then they can just like travel there via train. So this would be for ones that live far away, that they could just, hey, here's a dorm, you can just stay here on campus. So that would be a pretty cool idea. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie. This is actually a pretty neat idea. Definitely, especially if they've really put the thought process into this. I mean, they have a company that's willing to help with this by getting creators and editors to teach the students themselves. So you're literally learning from the horse's mouth, which is a definite good thing. You're getting possible big name mangaka to teach, which is definitely a good selling point. And if they can, you can get those, hey, that'd be huge. All of a sudden be like, yeah, hey, no, I'll teach today, yeah. I'm a special guest teacher today. I'm going to teach you about this and this. Oh my God, you're learning from the masters. It's like taking a master class in a way. But yeah, I could definitely see this panning out in a way. Hopefully it does. I'm actually pulling for this. This does sound really cool, and I am pulling for this. But again, this is just like the cool shit Japan gets. But as far as this is concerned, yeah, I'm pulling for this. I hope they get it. I hope they get it. I honestly hope they do. I honestly hope this works out, because they deserve it. If it does, I hope this works. I hope this works out beautifully for them. I really do. Because this would be pretty damn cool. I hope this works out. I really do. If it doesn't, then it was a nice try, but I'm really hoping it does. I'm really hoping this works out for them in the long run. I'll understand if it doesn't. Granted, I'll be upset too, like a lot of other people, but I'm really hoping this works for them, because this would be really cool for them to get. It really would be. But yeah, I'm hoping this works out. Alrighty, everybody, and that's going to do it then this week for the Absolutely Completely Random Podcast. I'd like to thank everybody for sticking around with me, for hanging out with me for at least an hour, I'm pretty sure. At least an hour. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out with me, as always, here on the Web Designer 18 YouTube channel. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, do all that normal YouTube stuff that you do so well. And until next week, I'm Andrew Rhodes. I will catch you all next time. Don't forget to submit your questions for the next Q&A, and I will catch you all next time. Bye, everybody. Have a great week, and I will, well, like I said, I'll catch you all next week. Bye, everybody.